Hey everyone, today I'm going to be building a rear wheel for my fat tire bike from scratch. So I've got the rim, I've got the center hub with the freewheeling drive, I've got 36 brand new spokes, and I've got 36 brand new nipples, and I'm going to assemble this entire thing from scratch. So let's get to it. Okay, to start, I'm going to lace the drive side. I'm going to start with the drive side. And what I'm going to do is grab a spoke, start in any hole, and put a spoke in every other hole on this whole drive side flange. And so now I have this. Now I'm going to locate the valve stem hole, which is right here. I'm going to start. I want to make sure that on the valve stem is located between two parallel spokes and not two crossing spokes, because you want to be able to get your air pump in there. So the correct design is going to have two parallel spokes right where the valve stem is. So here's the valve stem. I'm going to grab any spoke and I am going to lace it through the hole, the first hole to the left of the valve spring. And so there is spoke number one. And then from here, I'm going to take every other spoke and I'm going to skip a spoke hole on this side of the rim and go every other spoke hole on this side of the rim with the remaining spokes. Okay, so every other spoke hole on the drive flange goes to every other spoke hole on this side of the rim, and this is what we end up with. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right now, and when you're lacing a wheel, there are two key spokes that if you get these two key spokes right, everything else is going to work fine. If you don't get these two key spokes right, you're probably going to be disassembling things and redoing things. And so the first key spoke that I strung in here was the spoke that was to the left of the valve stem hole. And this is important because the valve stem wants to be between two parallel spokes so that you can get your air pump in there. You don't want to put the valve stem in between two crisscrossing spokes where it's hard to get at. So this is one key spoke here. It's next to the valve stem hole. And I'm going to locate the hole on this other side of the hub. And you'll notice that these holes are kind of offset from each other. If I drop a spoke straight down, it's going to end up in between two spoke holes on the other side. So they're offset a little bit. So my next spoke that I want to put from this flange to the rim is going to be one spoke hole to the left, counterclockwise, from my first key spoke. So I want to locate, here's the key spoke, and it goes right in between these two. So I want to go to the next hole counterclockwise, which is this one, drop it in there, and this one is going to go into the spoke hole that is one spoke hole clockwise, counterclockwise from my original key spoke. And so now I'm just going to base everything else off of this one spoke, which means I'm just going to go and drop a spoke in every other hole. And then put it through every other hole on this side of the rim. All right, now I've got something that looks like this, which is kind of starting to look like a wheel. Where's my valve stem hole? Where the heck did it go? Here it is. Okay, so this is what I got right now. All right, let me reposition the camera so hopefully you get a better view of this. So I got all these spokes in here now. We want to twist this hub in a direction. Here's the, at 12 o'clock, we've got the valve stem hole. And this is the spoke that I want to be parallel with the valve stem so that I can get in here and fill it up. See, this one's kind of crossing, but this is on the other side. This spoke is parallel, so we want to twist it in that direction. And now we're going to lace the other spokes. Now, initially I came in from the outside through, but with this set of spokes, I want to go in from the inside out, like that. Okay, and this is also going to be a 3-cross pattern, which means each spoke is going to cross over 3 spokes before it attaches to the rim. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. Now all these spokes are laying over this way. Now the spokes I'm putting in now are going to lay over the other way. And so if you look, we've got this spoke that I got in my hand. It's crossing over this key spoke, 1. It's crossing over this spoke, 2. And then it's going to cross this spoke, 3. It's going to go over, and then under. And then I'm going to attach it to the rim at the next available hole on that side. Which would be this spoke hole. All right, and then I'm just going to go around every available spoke hole. I'm going to go in from the inside out, cross over 1, 2, and under the 3rd to the next available spoke hole. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Okay, so that is, this side is done. Still sloppy, but it's done. That kind of looks like a bike wheel. And my valve stem is right here. And so I'll be able to sneak a valve inflator in there, no problem. So let's do the other side now. Again, same thing. Now coming from the inside out. And now I'm going in the opposite direction of the existing spokes. I'm crossing over 1, 2, under the 3rd, and to my next available valve spoke hole, rather. And I'm going to go all the way around like this. And if your 2 key spokes were done properly, then this is going to end up perfect. And the last spoke from the inside out, crossing over one, over two, and under the third, and into the last spoke hole I have available. And here we go. That's how you lace the spokes on a bicycle wheel with the 3-cross pattern. And so there we have it, a newly laced bicycle wheel in the 3-cross spoke pattern with your 2 important key spokes that are based on the valve stem, so that you have 2 parallel spokes that you can sneak in there and inflate and deflate the tire without having any issues. So there you have it.